guy's a hurricane
Isn't
walking.
that amazing? Up next is going to be Jack Bourla.
Oh,
Yep.
Dr. Jack Bourla on his way.
Yep, absolutely.
Outstanding. Dr. Jack Bourla, of course, is the president of the IFCO, which is the International Federations of Chiropractors and Organizations, an organization committed to ensuring. Oh my goodness, we've got some.
Jack Bourla, you are wearing a dress.
Holy smokes! You cleaned up nice, Jack.
Well,
Yes. Come on
Sure,
over.
sure.
Yeah,
I thought it was extremely important to offset
Our ratings
beast
just
with
went
the
up.
beauty. That's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely.
Thank you for noticing.
You're a very smart president.
Well, you know,
Absolutely.
I'm well counseled.
That's why you're in charge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, Liam, why don't you introduce who our special guests are?
Sure. Well, we have Dr. Judy Nutz Campanale.
It's new.
Newts.
You know that, don't you?
You're nuts.
He does that every
I
single
moved
time. He
Juliana's
does it
name too.
purposely.
So, I don't
Love
know.
it.
Hey, pronunciation's not my gig. I'm not used to speaking
that's
English.
okay.
So,
Gracias.
y luego tenemos el presidente, el otro presidente.
Qué bueno,
We
gracias.
have the other president here, Dr. Jack Bourla, who of course is world renowned for being one of the greatest chiropractors in the history of the planet, and he is over there in beautiful San Francisco, California. And it's such a pleasure to have you both on. You are in Pennsylvania, is that right?
I am indeed, north of Philadelphia.
And has done a lot of work with Dr. Joe Strauss as well, one of my favorite chiropractic authors other than myself. Of course. And so, we are with a phenomenal cast here, and cast to be chiropractors. They are phenomenal. And
Have you read the book?
It's a great book.
Judd
Judy,
O'Grady
it's
did it.
fantastic.
No, honestly-
It's
Judd
by
did a great
Dr.
job.
Schubel.
Yes.
Unbelievable title.
Shrivel.
Yeah, Shrivel. Dr. Shrivel and Dr. Nogridy.
No greedy. Both of whom are just fabulous
Yes.
people, by the way.
So, I mean, we're always having a good time here. We're always excited. This is one of the reasons I love hanging around with people that are expressing their innate potential.
Amen.
So welcome to the program,
Thank
y'all.
you. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Welcome.
Well, honestly, I thought it was important for a couple things. One, Judy is one of our great leaders.
Yes.
She just spoke at the Berkshires. and
Wow.
did
Yes, she did.
Fabulous talk.
Yes,
Inspired many, many people because she speaks the truth.
she does.
With love. But more importantly, she is a past president who has a perspective that is unique
Yes.
for a number of reasons. And I also thought it was important to have a woman on our panel today because
Absolutely.
Agreed.
to
I agree.
show the strength of the IFCO.
Thank you for that.
It's my pleasure. I do these things. And I'm grateful that we don't have any Roberts on the program, just so you know.
Well, he's not a woman.
He's not, well, that's debatable at this point.
Well, I enjoy him.
Well, thank you. So there you have it. Thanks so much.
Well, I have to tell you.
Oh, there he is. Hello, Andy Robert.
There's no security. Security!
Dr. Judy's presentation tonight, absolutely phenomenal.
Yes.
Heirs to the throne. We
Thank
are the
you.
rightful heirs to the throne.
Thank you.
Could you expound upon that, if you would?
Well, I only had a few minutes up today to speak, and I really wanted to give chiropractors a sense of who they are in chiropractic. I think, so many of us are out there doing our thing, and it gets lonely, and we forget, especially with a lot of the recent things that have been going on in chiropractic. It just seems like what are we doing? And I just felt like the Game of Thrones, if you've watched it,
Right.
they're vying for the throne in the story, and I kind of just saw what a parallel to what's going on in chiropractic. But the idea was that, so the person that's on the throne in Game of Thrones right now isn't really the rightful heir to the throne, and I just thought that was a really good analogy for us who locate, analyze, and correct vertebral subluxation. Clearly, we're not on the throne. Clearly, we're not the majority. Clearly, we're not. I mean, things seem to be moving away from that.
That's right.
But we should be. But we are the rightful heirs. It is chiropractic, and I wanted to remind the people that are here that they're kings and queens, and we deserve that, and it's our birthright, It really is. So.
Well, I'd like to remind the people of a quote that I love. It's apathy will lead to allopathy.
Who said that?
I actually
quoted
said
that?
that.
Oh, you did?
It's a great quote, and I have to tell you, that is one of the things that we're seeing. You're talking about who's occupying the throne, right? It is a group of individuals that may not have had the same experience in learning what chiropractic is, and with that misunderstanding of it, have taken control because they've stood up and said, we are taking control and we're going to be organized and we are going to take persistent action to make that happen.
Yeah.
The exciting thing is now with the advent of the IFCO and the growth of the IFCO and the commitment of the IFCO.
And Jack Bourla is its new president.
And
Yeah,
Dr. Jack Bourla is new president.
I don't have any quotes though yet.
Well, I'll write some for you.
Thank you. They're forthcoming. I'm sure
I have
Judd
to
will
say,
do a great job.
I have a close personal friend, by the way, I must say. So, what we're seeing now, and this was exciting, and this weekend, people like Dr. Chris Waddell stepping up and becoming part of the board. And by the way, they've just passed some languaging in there that is starting to open up the field of chiropractic education, where it all starts, to allow for differing accrediting agencies that are pro vertebral subluxation correction. And that's the sole reason for the IFCO existing, is so that around the world, no matter what your perspective of chiropractic is, that at least the ability to detect, analyze, and adjust vertebral subluxation is protected. That service is protected for the world and promoted, and that's what we're working on. So very excited. Chris Waddell, Scott Garber, and we've seen a tremendous amount of generosity. I know you've received a few checks this weekend
have indeed.
to the IFCO. There's an excitement going on, but listen, it's not just that that spizzerinctum and then it all ends. There's excitement compared with this persistent action taking place, and so Dr. Bourla, Dr. Nutz Campanale.
Beautiful.
Is that it? Okay, good.
Excellent.
I've only known you for 20 years. so
Well, no, it looks so much like nuts. I totally get it.
Well,
It's not like you're the first person. I'm sure there are
I'm
plenty
sure.
of people out there. Oh, I know her, Judy Nutz Campanale.
Liam, did I mention? So,
Can we talk about me for a minute?
yeah,
Yeah,
please,
please.
Dr.
Yes.
Bourla, welcome to the program.
Well, thank you.
And I
It's
will
nice to
say
meet you.
a lot of this excitement, Dr. Bourla, if you would mind me speaking for another 20 minutes about you,
No, go ahead.
is the quality and the caliber and the integrity that this man has. And again, the desire, the perspicacity. Sorry about that.
I know. He got my glasses.
To step up. Tell us a little bit about it from your perspective, where we're at in the IFCO and
Thank
where
you.
we're going.
And this is not to say that we haven't had the quality in the past either. We have
course.
definitely had the quality in the past. And it's only because of the quality that we're able to step up
For
currently
sure.
to do what we're doing.
We're standing on the shoulders of giants. Is that
We
what you're
are,
trying to say?
even
Okay.
though they're short like Shane. But nonetheless,
Very good.
I think one of the things that we have to remember that we are the international federation.
Very good.
And we have a presence in Europe now that I think we've never had before.
That is true.
We have people who in Europe have seen what can happen if we don't guard the sacred trust. And so I'm proud to say that our presence in Europe is actually growing our version of chiropractic, which is the only version of chiropractic. So we have to recognize people like Catherine Boucher.
Wow.
We have to recognize people like Andre Soderstone.
Wow.
Who really have committed to with us as a unified globe to protect chiropractic.
Both
That's
board
what excites
members
me.
of the IFCO too.
Pardon me?
They're both board members
Absolutely
of
they
the IFCO.
are. But they've also agreed. So what they're doing is they actually are leading committees for us. We have taken on a new structure within the IFCO because what we really want to do is be active and action-oriented. We don't want to talk about things, we want to get things done. We've developed new structures within the IFCO, so now we have a research committee. There is a philosophy, science, and research in chiropractic, and so we've decided that we wanted to really emphasize the philosophy. We also want to emphasize the science and research. So Doctors Bill Decken and Matt McCoy have stepped up in those two areas to lead us there.
Awesome.
We
That's
have
Who better?
Yeah,
and who
really.
better? I mean, in chiropractic, who better? So, how great is it for us as an organization to have those two gentlemen step up? I count on Judy as an advisor. She has a historical perspective.
Yes.
I was just talking with Joe Strauss, who was one of the founding thought leaders
My
of
goodness.
this. Irene Gold, both here this weekend. And we were relying on them because if we don't keep the historical perspective, which was the most pure perspective of the IFCO, then what do we have to look forward to? So my hope is that we can grow the IFCO into an extremely reputable, dependable organization whose sole purpose is to protect the trust that we're given. And in so doing, inspire others to do more and better. So, and we have a lot of work, but we're growing. Even this weekend, we've seen our organization grow.
Yes.
If it's 1 or 1,000, it doesn't matter. We want committed people who believe in what we're doing because there's nothing else to believe in. Right? We've heard about the keys dropping. We've heard about gravity. You don't believe in chiropractic. You don't believe in the IFCO. They just are. And so our hope this weekend is that we can inspire others to see our vision, to join on with us, to grow this organization so that truly we can begin to look at other areas in which, I hate to use the word attack, but we are being attacked, both from within and from without.
And Judy, what are your thoughts? Why should someone who is thinking or considering joining an organization choose IFCO?
Well, it's funny because during my talk, I think there are lots of great reasons to join. We have great member benefits. We have this great new mentoring program.
Right.
And when I checked it out online, you don't get a mentor with this new program. What you get is what you need. When you go on the website, maybe you're having trouble with your lay lectures, or maybe you're looking to get new people in your office, or you pick the thing, not the person.
Right.
So it's not like you're, of course, everyone's going to pick Liam because,
Thank you for
It's a big deal.
saying that.
you're welcome.
It was set up that way.
But you maybe you don't. Well, there's no chance that you don't know Liam, but you don't know the other people. So we're going to link people based on what their needs are, not
Right.
not
That's
necessarily
an
a
incredible
person,
idea.
right? I
Yeah.
thought that was really awesome.
Brilliant.
And so
Did I
it's
think
not
of that?
just one person. You don't just link in with one person. You can link in with many people. So there are lots of good reasons to be a member for that. But even if you feel like you don't need that, or you don't need the other many benefits that IFCO has, I suggested upstairs that people join not for themselves, but for
Correct.
others.
Right.
And I think that's huge.
That's huge.
Because we are an army ready to bear our swords to assist the people who are practicing vertebral subluxation correction. And if you don't feel the need for yourself to have an army, then you ought to step up to be one of the army protecting others who do need you.
That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
It's like what Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do. We know that quote. Same thing with that. Maybe you have talents that the IFCO can
Absolutely.
use and help others. So it's not about what can I get, it's more maybe what can I give. And coming from a very giving perspective, which we all do as chiropractors, it would make sense for people to want to come and give to the profession. And so that's one thing. The other thing that we do is we're really building up the student membership.
Yes.
So Greg Stetzel has stepped up and has become the chairperson for the student committee. And he's putting together some programs for the students to recognize them, to raise them up, so then when they leave their schools, they can be well equipped to succeed in practice.
Beautiful.
And I think it's fantastic. We're taking a direct interest in the students.
Marcy is on from Davenport.
Come on, Marsha Mckenna.
Yeah,
I
she gave
feel-
a
Come on, Marcy.
wonderful
CW.
comment for you guys. She said, "This is so cool to reflect today and how it was a year ago." Schubel Vision came to Davenport, and she had the opportunity to meet the Schubel Vision team, and it was an inspiring year for sure. I'm so proud of you guys, and I'm so excited to promote the IFCO and Schubel Vision. Wonderful. Thank
Wow.
you so
Thank
much
you,
for that,
Marcy.
Marcy. Yeah.
Very nice.
And,
She rocks.
and Marcy's a big advocate of
Huge.
IFCO-TV.
Huge
She's
advocate.
sharing it. Sherman Connect calls. She shares it, and she's out in Davenport, Iowa. So we're going to be out there too, and I believe in September, right?
That's right. And folks, if you're watching at home and you're gaining benefit from this, please do a favor to the world and share this message on social media. There are so many people out there that think they're alone. And Dr. Jack and Dr. Judy, we talked about some of the reasons to join the IFCO. Certainly one of those reasons is to take your power back. It's kind of frustrating after a while of being out in the profession to always be sitting in the back of the bus, to always be the second-rate group, the not advanced chiropractor, the traditional chiropractor, the only do chiropractic adjusting, that kind of a thing. And that's just, again, a series of years. There's almost been a state of retardedness of the chiropractic profession over a period of 30, 40 years when insurance became the preeminent form of payment for chiropractic services in the United States. And sadly, that model has been transferred to the rest of the world because, of course, the United States in many ways leads the world. And people look to us, especially chiropractic was invented here, right? They look to us as possibly the leaders in the past. And sadly, they've taken that primary care physician status of chiropractic and brought that to other parts of the world, brought in a lot of medical procedures into chiropractic. And sadly, the students that are in those schools learning right now, they don't. What do they know? They say, oh, well, this is what chiropractic is, and it's very sad to, if you can imagine going to learn mechanics. You're going to a mechanical school and you say, I want to learn how to work on cars, and now all of a sudden you're bombarded with floristry classes or gardening classes. I came here to be a chiropractor, right? And that's the state we're in right now. But the good news is, just as we've gotten in this state by a mass movement of chiropractors that were committed to getting insurance payment, and so they said, hey, listen, we'll sell everything out to get paid. Now that shift is happening. They always say principles rise to the top. Now that shift is happening worldwide. And I was listening to Mark Swerdlick, who I love, last night, talking about that he'd never accepted insurance payment in his life. Same here, working outside the country, all I know is the cash environment. And in order to be successful in the cash environment, you have to know who you are, what you're doing, why, and be able to explain the value of it. That's what we've lost. Oh, we were just talking about you, Dr. Swerdlick. So
the room got dark.
And so that ability to explain and communicate the value of chiropractic, that is what the IFCO is involved in every aspect, whether it be political, whether it be educational, whether it be self-development, self-discovery.
Right.
That's what we're working on, because in essence, if we can learn how to communicate this thing called chiropractic efficiently, effectively, we are going to have a group of 7 billion people that want what it is that we do. The challenge we have right now is that what they think we do is maybe back pain and neck pain, and that's only 10% of the population at any given time. That's certainly not children, and so that's certainly not allowing us to express our potential as a profession and allowing the world that we serve to express themselves optimally. And so that's one of my big reasons to join the IFCO.
I wish I had said that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for saying
It was very brilliant.
I got it from Judy.
Nuts.
Guys, we love chatting with you. You guys are our special guests. Even more special are the guests that are watching at home. There's so many people online right now. Yeah. Don't go anywhere. We have a chiropractor from London. His name is Adil. We had the privilege of hanging out with him a bit, and he says, "Loving the program, guys. I just joined."
Thank you.
Thank you, Adil.
Thank you very much.
Does IFCO have a patient or practice member site that we can direct our patients to? If not,
great
can we create one?
Yeah, it's a great question, and we're actually in the process of developing that.
Awesome.
So we currently have an IFCO site for doctors.
Yes.
But we're developing a patient website for the IFCO. Dr. Steve Tullius has had that up for us. So look for that soon. It's a great question.
That's going to be another great
Adil.
benefit. That's going to be another great benefit because Adil, I run practices in different parts of the world, and we're in capital cities, and in capital cities you have a lot of movement, fluctuation of people moving in and out, international crowds.
Yes.
And it's very difficult to find a doctor of chiropractic that actually detects, analyze, and adjust vertebral subluxation.
Yes.
So it's something that's in demand, and of course our website is it'll be an added benefit or feature of being an IFCO member. So thank you, Dr. Bourla, for leading that.
I use Schubel Vision right now to find people, because I have a big practice and people move and they're going to school. Kids, go to college and move out of town. And I'm constantly looking for chiropractors for my own people.
Yeah, me too.
Because they get it, they want to stay under regular care, and I've often used your Facebook page to find people.
Yeah,
so.
thank you for that. And for those folks
really
interested, Schubel Vision, we have close to 6,000 people on that page right now, active.
Wow.
And so, if you're interested, join up on that, and certainly you can get more information about. We're constantly talking about the IFCO, about Sherman College, about chiropractic success, communication, mindset. So it's a great resource. Thank you, Dr.
welcome.
Judy,
Thank
for
you.
mentioning that.
Thank you.
And Adil and everyone else out there, you can find the IFCO info is www.ifcochiro.org, and then we'll be able to get that patient page up there on that website going as well.
And we'll make a big announcement when that happens.
You're watching IFCO.TV, so share that link with others on the social platforms. Special guests right now are Dr. Judy Campanale and Dr. Jack Bourla. And if you have any last thoughts or comments or questions, please hit us up in the chat box. We'll be glad to answer them before they go. Jack, any last words you want to share before we're heading out? I do want to talk a little bit about Schubel Vision, though, too, because we just had a really big event. If you guys can go ahead.
I just want to say that we are here at the Berkshires, and this is
Gorgeous.
white stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
my wife.
Do you know
last
what
night-
this is,
I
Jack?
don't know. My wife texted me last night. She said it was 85 degrees and she's out swimming,
Yeah.
and we're here with frostbite.
What does 85 degrees mean?
I don't know. In this area of the country, I don't
Okay.
know.
This is
All right, good.
actually a rather lovely day.
Yeah,
Jack.
it is.
No frostbite.
Of course it is.
Really.
Yeah. At least you guys have water. We have no water.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we do
drinking
have
vodka
that.
now.
Yeah. Anything we can do to help you?
Thank you.
just
So,
let us
yeah,
know.
just, how about a truckload of water? Back to Schubel Vision
Yes.
Barcelona. You guys were actually there.
Yes.
And the reports that I have heard have been phenomenal. The response from the people, and apparently the attendees did not want to leave.
That is correct.
Because
Yeah.
they're
Correct,
so
yeah.
Yeah, it was
hungry
amazing.
in Europe for true chiropractic,
Yeah.
which is what we're
Yeah.
bringing. So when you can bring chiropractic from the point of view of mindset and communication strategies to enable them to serve more people, who doesn't want to see that?
Yeah.
And so I congratulate you guys. I wish I could have been there with you, but things preclude me
You
from
were there
being
in spirit.
I
Yes.
felt there in spirit. But I think that if we develop more programs like this, and I know the IFCO is trying to develop more outreach type programs like what we're doing, to really give people the tools to, it's all about serving, right? It's about serving more and more people
Yeah.
in the right fashion. And I think that as long as we continue that with the purest form, that the world is going to change. And
Yeah.
that's what we're all about. And that was Judy's message about changing the world.
Yes.
I want to give a big shout out to Barcelona Chiropractic College. You hosted very well.
Absolutely.
Jaime Pineos was
Yeah, really good.
outstanding.
Yes.
Anytime I had a question or a comment, anywhere I was, he texted me right back.
Right.
Whether it was 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, I don't know. I was on New Jersey time, Barcelona time. It was great out there. We had McKinney College.
Yes.
We had
Represented.
students,
That's
yep,
right.
from there, and a few other countries came in too to Schubel Vision. So we had a blast.
Yeah, very exciting from the vitalistic perspective. There, Barcelona Chiropractic College and McTimoney Chiropractic College. Certainly, I can tell you, I know people on the staff and the administration of both those schools. I know the students. Inspiring. You want to talk about a bright future for Europe? You look to those two schools, and the folks that are watching this, I know that if you want to move chiropractic to the world, this and ensure that this ability to detect, analyze, and adjust vertebral subluxation is protected and promoted, then you need to be referring people to those schools. Barcelona Chiropractic College, the administration there is outstanding, committed. They're moving forward.
Right.
The students are on fire. Same thing with McTimoney. So there are plenty of opportunities. You know, there's so many times we look at what's wrong in the world. There are
Amen.
so
Thank you,
many
William.
things that are going right now.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
all we have to do is work together to flood those things,
Right.
to
Yeah.
support those things
Yeah.
with your finances, with your referrals. It's so easy. I mean, Jack, how easy is it in your office to talk to somebody about a potential career in chiropractic? What is it that you do?
If they have a pulse and they
Right.
honestly, and some people just they're not right for it, and that's
Sure, of
okay. I'm
course.
not meant to be a
That's
fireman
okay.
either, right?
Yeah,
but
I'm okay with that.
But the people who you recognize,
Yeah.
and we recognize it. We come to recognize there's something in a person who would make a great chiropractor. So we have sent from our office 5 or 6 people
Wow.
to chiropractic colleges, and we do it just because we say, I think you'd be a great chiropractor, and they say, you think so? Here's a testament to that.
Yeah.
You've been in practice for a number of years, and you took over for a practice that was been there for a number of years with love.
Yes.
Right? Do you ever regret going to the office?
No.
How many of us ever regret going to our office? None. And we often hear chiropractors say, I will never retire.
That's right.
I will never retire. Now, some of us do. But our heart's that we want to serve for as long as we can. Why? Because we're making changes. So if you're part of the change or you're not yet part of the change of the IFCO, join us. There's a membership application on the site, www.ifcochiro.org. Call us, write us, we'll send you the application. We'll do whatever it takes to make sure that you're joining this growing movement of people who are dedicated to protecting the sacred trust.
I'd like to make a point about sending students to
Please.
school, if you don't mind. I have found this generation, for whatever reason, so many kids, if you allow me to say kids, in high school and even going to college now, really don't know what they want to do. I mean,
That's
they
so
have
true.
no clue at all. And I only say that because I recently joined the ROAR program
Oh,
at Sherman
congratulations.
College.
Great.
And I have like a bunch of those little packets there. And when I say to people, the students that come in, I'm like, so where are you thinking of going? What are you thinking of doing? What age they are, and you talk with them. How was school? How was your day at school? What are you thinking of doing? Are you getting ready to go to college? Whatever you're thinking of doing with your life. It's that simple,
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Well, have you ever thought about being a chiropractor? I mean, just to even open the discussion.
And they're
But a lot of
flattered.
people, oh my gosh, they totally
Yes.
are. But so many of them that come regularly because they get it.
Yes. Yes.
And so they're naturally attracted to the idea anyhow. So I have those packets from the Roar program. They supply a cute
Packet of information.
with all the information.
said.
That,
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. And I just hand out the packet, and I'm actually taking a couple of kids to Sherman College for Lyceum for their big
Holy
program
smokes.
because I passed
Awesome.
out the little
Wow.
program. They're interested.
So
They
very
want to
easy
learn more.
to do.
Down we go.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Thank
Matt,
you.
There we go.
Matt
Thank
from
you.
Life is watching. He thinks the program is going awesome. Thanks
Wow,
for watching,
great.
Matt.
Thank you, Matt.
you.
Thanks, Matt.
Now, I'm a real member. When we were out in Barcelona,
Excuse me. ROAR stands for Reach
Yeah, I
Out
was
and
gonna
Recruit.
just ask you
That's
that.
an acronym, Jack.
Yes.
An
Acronym.
acronym.
I love when
Reach
you
Out
use
and
ac-
Recruit.
when you use
ROAR.
acronyms,
Yes,
it
thank
sends
you.
me.
So I was
It's our
describing
recruiting
this program to them out in Barcelona, and if you're at a chiropractic college where you don't have a program like this, start one at your school.
That's right.
Because
Yeah.
it's very important. And Liam, you do a great job explaining what ROAR is. Can you just share with them what ROAR is?
Yeah, sure. ROAR stands for Reach Out and Recruit. It's an acronym.
Another one.
Yes,
Oh, the
and-
same
Same
one.
one.
I forgot.
And what it is, there's
Amazing.
basically there's two significant ways to get involved with
Can you
Sherman
tell us
College of
about the two?
Chiropractic. Sure. One is with finances, right? So
Sure.
we have a Regent program, which
Phenomenal.
is for a nominal fee. I think a little under $100 a month.
83 to be exact.
83.
Not
Thank
that
you
I'm
for.
an accountant.
Yeah. Well, aren't you a Regent?
I am a Regent.
Very good for you.
Thank you.
So I have to tell you, and thank you for your support.
You're
As
welcome.
am I.
You are too.
As am I,
Congratulations.
yes.
Thank you, Dr. Frank. I am too, by the way.
Which really puts the pressure on me
Yeah.
to be one, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, count me in.
All
Right,
right,
good.
all right.
And we've got Jen Keller is here. She's going to be signing you up afterwards. Thank you
Yes.
for being a part
Thank
of
you,
this. And I have to tell you, so I mean, think about all the abundance we receive. As you said, I mean, going into the office every day, what a pleasure that is. We want to be able to give back to that. Listen, if I could just have a minute, this is a great story.
Another minute.
I'm sitting at lunch yesterday with Dr. Joe Strauss. Don't fall asleep. I'm sitting at Dr. Joe Strauss. And Joe tells me this story about how he went to go see Dr. Jim Sigafus because Dr. Jim Sigafus had a phenomenal lay lecture. And he sat through the lay lecture, and at the end, Sigafus says, hey, boy, you have to go to DE, this Dynamic Essentials thing. And Dr. Strauss says, at the time, I had money issues, and he says, I really can't afford it. He goes, here's a check. You're going to DE.
Yeah.
Giving back that level of abundance, that's the kind of thing, nobody's where they're at by themselves. It's always a group, it's a family that raises the community, or whatever that saying is, right? A tribe, whatever.
It takes a village.
Village to raise the
I'm
community.
here to help you for that.
Thank you for this.
Yes, you're welcome.
So, my point being is this, is that,
Finally.
on.
My clothes are
is
getting
that,
outdated.
is that it's our responsibility to give back. And one way is through our financial resources. And,
Yes.
and for that level, you can do it. And I'm sure the same at Barcelona. I'm sure the same at McTimney. The other thing is, one of the greatest ways you can give back to the school and at the same time make an impact in the future of somebody's life is through this Reach Out and Recruit program. And it's very simple. You just go online, you sign up, and they send you what? This packet of information. It's a no-brainer. This is exactly how you do it. And as Dr. Bourla stated, as Dr. Nutz Campanale talked about, it's very simple to start a dialogue. And I have to tell you, from my perspective, there is nothing more satisfying than watching a youth who's lost
You say
be
Ute?
found.
Did you say Ute?
I said Ute because I'm from New Jersey, New York. But to watch a Ute be found, a Newtsy Ute, to be found is a beautiful thing. And to watch a mother or father, almost with tears in their eyes, say, thank you, Dr. Judy. My son or daughter was lost.
Yes.
And all you did was open your mouth and give them a possibility, and they jumped on it, and this thing has transformed their life. Because chiropractic, as we know, is not just a job that you go to. No, it's not a job. it's something that you go to with a greater mission, and it's a fulfillment that you get day in and day out, and that's one of the great things. So that's the long answer for the two different ways that you can get involved.
Is it
Wake
lunchtime?
up, Jack.
with Sherman College.
I'm feeling
He's
nutritionally
done it.
Guys, if you need a personal reason, my answer will be much more short than yours.
Thank God for that, Frankie.
If you need a personal reason why to join Roar, they send you the packets of information. That's
Yes.
great, but they also set you up on different places to go to,
Yes.
and you actually get new people into your office.
Right.
Too. So
Interact.
So the example with me, they set me up to go down to Princeton. They said, "Oh well, there's about 40,000 people
Wow.
down at Princeton. Would you be sharing, or would you be interested in sharing chiropractic with them?" Let me think about that. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Wait a minute, how come I didn't get invited to Princeton?
Well,
you got
you know,
invited. They invited
you
me
know.
to like the community college.
When you say Ute, when you say Ute,
So, but those are some of the things that happen, and then you build
Yeah.
your practice through that as well. But you're always there to serve and share chiropractic,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's sort of like a career counseling type of thing.
Yeah.
But people get interested and say, "Oh, well, I want to come see the chiropractor too," because you're sharing what chiropractors
absolutely.
do.
That's very
thanks.
smart. Can I ask you a question? I see you have the headphones. Is Chris Kent talking to you?
Yeah, he's coming
the
through
smart
the
stuff is
microphone.
coming
Yes.
through, so I'm like, it must be Chris
Absolutely.
Kent.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Princeton.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yes.
Chris
Thank you,
Kent,
Chris
you
Kent.
genius, you.
You also get inside access to communicate with Jen Keller on a regular basis.
Yes,
which
yeah.
is
Thank
very
God
nice.
for Jen
One of
Keller.
our head recruiters at
Sherman
College
College
of Chiropractic. Just a joy to talk to. I have to tell you, whenever I have somebody who's interested in Sherman College, all I do is flip an email out to her, and instantly she copies me in, and you see that love that Sherman College is known for. You know, if you're going to go through a grueling process,
Yeah.
because chiropractic school is grueling,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to go through with a group of people that are into this loving family
Right.
environment that's supportive? That's what Sherman
It is
College has.
supportive.
That so many schools don't
It's
have.
not competitive like
No,
other
it's
schools.
not. No, and I saw the same at Barcelona, and I saw the same at McKinney.
And
It's a
I
beautiful
think it's
thing.
across the board.
When I went to Barcelona, it reminded me a lot of Sherman College. It truly did. Yes,
Yes, it did,
The
didn't it?
students were passionate. Not every school they're passionate that way.
Yeah.
We went to some other chiropractic colleges, and they were saying that I can't believe how passionate Sherman College
That's
is.
right.
The students.
Yeah.
And when I went over to Barcelona, that's what they reminded me of. The questions that they were asking, the description of chiropractic that they were giving was very par with staying congruent with chiropractic.
Yeah, and Adrian Webbaum looks like an Australian version of Ed Cordero,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
absolutely.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't either.
All right then.
I'm wondering if he can dance at all. That's all I want to know.
Can we edit that out?
Yeah, we'll be sure to edit
Yeah,
that one.
most of the side of the table will be edited out, just for your viewers at home.
But although, just thinking about Doc Jaime Pinillos, he does remind me a lot of Bill Decken.
Yes,
He's the
he
Bill
does.
Decken
Yes.
version
Yes.
over in
If
Barcelona.
Bill with this grows beard a little bit more, it'd be perfect.
Frank, why did you ask me to dress in green today?
It's just
Disappear
a
with the green
talking
screen.
head.
Absolutely. Okay, so guys, can
Yes.
you each share some last thoughts of anybody watching a show and what you want to share with them?
Judy.
Judy.
Okay. I would say two things. One, it has been a really delightful time to be here this weekend. One of the things that I heard this weekend that's really impacted me and that I'll probably take home and through the rest of my life, we recognized Irene Gold for her significant contribution to the profession. And I was really inspired when she responded with, very briefly, it's like getting an award for breathing.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, really, I mean, how cool to love what you do,
Yeah.
to impact other people's lives, whether it be professionally, helping young people find a mission or an objective in their own life or a path to lead in their own life. But the impact that we have on the world when we locate, analyze, and correct vertebral subluxation, and we make that available to the community, it's great for me. I make a good living. I enjoy the finer things of life. But to change the world and make the world a better place, good for the world, good for me too, when the world is a better place.
Right.
And for the people that will come after me.
Right.
So, however it is that we could help you do that, helps us do that. And so, IFCO is here to help you. Please reach out to us. I speak for myself, but I speak for everyone in the leadership of the IFCO. We're happy to help you. Thanks for tuning in.
Judy, I'm so glad you brought that up too. Last night we were up in Scott Garber's room, his wife. There was well over 100 people at this party. It was so amazing. And Irene Gold was there, and I had a chance. I've probably spent almost an hour just chit-chatting with Irene Gold. Now, that's why you come out to some of these events. You get lots of great information from the platform, from the stage, but the connections that you make and the chit-chatting that you make outside those lectures is priceless.
Priceless.
And so she was chatting with me, and she said, I don't know why they're giving me awards. What did I do? and I was like, oh my goodness, Irene, did you actually say,
probably responsible for more chiropractors in the entire universe.
I told her, you should get an award every day of your life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But could you imagine being able the mindset? That's her. She didn't have to think about it.
Right.
Her mindset was, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is my being. And if we could all begin to own some of that, how much better would we be as individuals and as an organization?
And guys at home, that's a reason why you come to some of these events. It's not so much what you get, it's what you can give also, because there's some people that are not in your position that you can help and inspire. I was talking at the dinner, was it the dinner Scott Garber set up where we took the bus ride?
Yes.
And that was great, 250 people in one restaurant, but there was people from all different levels of practicing, from students all the way up to the highest volume practitioners. And I happened to never knew these two gentlemen. They're chiropractors just fresh out of school, and they picked my brain, and I can help bring them up to where I'm at.
Sure.
And then it's your guys' job to help bring the other folks up to where you guys are at. And so we're all bringing everybody up, and that's the important thing that you can share at these events.
Absolutely.
What else do you have, Jack?
That's it. I think we did. We did our justice here.
Awesome.
I understand the lights will be going down a little bit soon.
Yeah.
As things get a little bit darker.
Yeah, we have 2 or 3 minutes.
I understand the Dark Lord is coming in. So we're going to slip out the back, Jack.
Perfect.
We're going to make a new plan stand, and we'll let Dr. Mark Schwarter
Don't
come
be
on.
so coy, Roy.
Oh, get off that.
It's because your name
See
is
you
Jack,
later,
right?
alligator.
Get it?
Wow.
Yes.
You can't
straight
get
one.
anything by him.
You know what? You and your anagrams, what are those things called?
Right, amalgams.
Yeah, amalgams. Get yours taken out. Thank you so much, y'all.
Thank you so much for coming
everyone.
on, guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
yeah.
having
Thanks
us.
for
Appreciate it.
stepping in too.
Wow,
Perfect.
is that powerful or what?
Absolutely. I can't believe it. What a great IFCO-TV program this is.
It's you'd almost think it's illegal to have this much fun, right?